You are lying in bed at night. The house is quiet. Outside your window, the world is sleeping. You can hear your own breathing. You can feel the weight of the blanket on your chest. This is silence. This is stillness. You have known silence your whole life. You know what it feels like when the world stops moving. When everything goes quiet and you become aware of yourself. Alone. In the darkness. Most people experience this feeling. Most people think they understand what silence is. But you do not understand silence. Not really. Not yet. The silence in your bedroom is actually a kind of noise. Sound waves are bouncing off the walls. The electrical hum of the fridge travels through the house. Your own heartbeat creates vibrations. Even in what feels like complete quiet, there is sound happening around you. You are never truly in silence. But imagine going deeper than that. Imagine a silence where there is no sound because there is no air for sound to travel through. Imagine standing in a vacuum, where even the concept of noise becomes meaningless. Astronauts in spacesuits describe it as eerie. They say it is a silence unlike anything on Earth. Their own breathing is the only sound. Everything else is gone. But even that is not the silence we are talking about. Go deeper still. The vacuum of space is not actually empty. Particles appear and disappear. Light travels through it. Gravity bends space itself. There is constant activity at levels we cannot see. The darkness between stars is filled with invisible things, dark matter, dark energy, ancient light from the beginning of everything. Space is not silent. It is humming with something we do not yet fully understand. But somewhere before all of this, before the particles, before the light, before the gravity, before anything we can name, there was a different kind of silence. There was a silence that was not the absence of sound. It was the absence of sound, time, space, and existence itself. This is not poetry. This is what the physics actually tells us. And when you truly understand what this means, when you sit with it for a moment, something inside you changes. Your sense of where you come from, your sense of what you are, your sense of what anything is. Because before there was silence, there was nothing. And then somehow there was everything. Let's start with something real, something you can touch. This atom, the smallest unit of matter that can still be called gold, still have the properties of gold. If you could hold it in your hand, you cannot. But imagine you could. It would be invisible. A grain of salt has millions of atoms. A pinhead could hold more atoms than you could count in a lifetime. But atoms are not small in the way we usually think of small. Atoms are mostly empty space. Imagine the nucleus of an atom as a grain of sand. The electrons orbiting it would be orbiting at a distance of several football fields away. The atom is 99.9999% empty. You are 99.9999% nothing. Your bones, your blood, your brain, all of it, is mostly empty space held together by forces we still do not fully understand. You are not solid. You have never been solid. You are an illusion of solidity. Now pull back from the atom. A cell in your body contains trillions of atoms arranged in precise patterns. A human body contains approximately 37 trillion cells. That is 37 followed by 12 zeros. Each one of those cells had to be born, had to grow, had to divide. Each one had to follow instructions written in DNA that has been passed down for billions of years. Your body is a universe of trillions of living things, each doing its job, each contributing to the fact that you are conscious and reading these words right now. But you are not special for this. Every living thing is this complex. The ant crawling across your floor has this same complexity. It has organs. It has neurons. It has cells that are manufacturing proteins, storing energy, communicating with each other. The difference is that the ant has fewer neurons. The ant's brain has about 250,000 neurons. Your brain has about 86 billion neurons. That is a difference of about 340,000 times. but both are miracles of arrangement and organization. Now pull back further. You are standing on Earth, a planet 12,742 kilometers across, a rock floating in space. And you are so small compared to it that if you tried to represent Earth as a grain of sand, you would be smaller than a bacterium on that grain of sand. Earth has been around for 4.5 billion years. It has survived asteroid impacts, volcanic winters, ice ages that covered the entire surface in ice. It will survive for another 5 billion years before the sun swallows it. Dinosaurs ruled this planet for 165 million years. They thought they were the final form of life. They were wrong. You have existed for maybe 80 years. You are a flicker of light in the history of your own planet. But Earth itself is not special. Your solar system contains 8 planets, dozens of moons, and billions of asteroids, all orbiting a single star. The Sun is a massive ball of fusion reactions that has been burning for 4.6 billion years. It will burn for another 5 billion more. Every second, the Sun converts 600 million tons of hydrogen into helium. The energy released in 1 second is more than humanity has ever used in its entire history. And the Sun is ordinary. It is medium-sized. It is not even in the top 10% of brightest stars. It is a yellow dwarf. Unremarkable. Average. Typical. This is the beginning of understanding your scale. You are orbiting an ordinary star in an ordinary location. But you are not even in the right place on the planet to know this. Most of you reading this have never seen the Milky Way properly. You have never been far enough from city lights to see it spread across the sky like a river of light. So let me tell you what you would see. If you drove away from the city, if you found a dark place away from light pollution, and you looked up on a clear night, you would see a river of light stretching from horizon to horizon. You would see thousands of stars, maybe tens of thousands. You would see the core of our galaxy, the center of the Milky Way, and it would look like someone spilled milk across the sky. But what you are seeing is not all of the stars in our galaxy. You are seeing only the stars within about 1,000 light-years of Earth, in an area that represents about 0.00000000001% of the Milky Way. The Milky Way contains between 100 and 400 billion stars. Scientists cannot agree on the exact number, because there are so many stars that counting them is mathematically impossible. Let's use the lower estimate. 100 billion stars. If every human being who has ever lived had spent their entire lifetime, every waking second, counting 1 star per second, we would have counted 100 billion humans, multiplied by maybe 2.5 billion seconds in a lifetime, which equals 250 quintillion star counts. We would still be short by a billion human lifetimes of counting time. The stars in the Milky Way cannot be counted by humans. And this is just one galaxy. Pull back. The universe contains an estimated 100 billion galaxies, each one containing between 100 million and 1 trillion stars. We have only recently learned this. We have only recently learned to measure it. For your entire human history until very recently, humans thought the Milky Way was the entire universe. The idea that there were other galaxies was considered science fiction. We confirmed the existence of other galaxies in 1924. In 1924, it became officially true that humans were not at the center of existence. We were not in the main part of creation. We were in one galaxy among billions. This is recent knowledge. Your grandmother's grandmother might not have known this. Your great-great-grandmother almost certainly did not know this. And we still do not understand what that means. 100 billion galaxies, each with billions of stars, each star potentially orbited by planets. Scientists estimate there are more planets in the observable universe than there are grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth. You read that correctly. More planets than grains of sand. You are on one of those planets, orbiting one of those stars, in one of those galaxies, in an ocean of galaxies that goes on so far that light itself has not had time to reach us from most of them. But here is the part where everything changes. The light we can see from the farthest galaxies has been traveling for 13.8 billion years. This means we are seeing those galaxies as they were 13.8 billion years ago. We are seeing the universe as it was when it was young. And the farthest galaxies we can detect are so far away that their light had to travel across 13.8 billion years of expanding space to reach us. This is almost the entire age of the universe. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. The light from the most distant galaxies started its journey when the universe was only about 400 million years old. These are the most ancient objects we can see. They are cosmic baby pictures. They are fossils of the universe itself. Now here is the moment where you feel small. The observable universe, the part we can see, is about 93 billion light-years across. A light-year is the distance light travels in 1 year, about 9.5 trillion kilometers. The observable universe is 93 billion of those distances across. If you tried to drive across the observable universe at the speed of light, it would take 93 billion years. The universe itself has only existed for 13.8 billion years. You could not even cross it in the time the universe has existed. You would not be a third of the way there. And it gets worse. The universe is expanding. It is not expanding into anything. It is not expanding at a center and spreading outward. Space itself is stretching. The galaxies are not moving through space toward us or away from us. Space itself is increasing. Galaxies that are far enough away are receding from us at speeds faster than light. This does not violate Einstein's law that nothing can travel faster than light through space. This is allowed because they are not traveling through space. They are traveling on space. Space itself is the medium, and it can expand at any speed. This means the observable universe is all we will ever be able to see. The galaxies beyond the horizon of the observable universe are receding away so fast that their light will never reach us, no matter how long we wait, no matter how much time passes, no matter what we build. We are surrounded by an eternal darkness that we can never penetrate. We are in a universe of cosmic isolation. And this is when you have to stop and remember. All of this, every galaxy, every star, every planet, every atom of every planet, all of it came from somewhere. Go back to before the Big Bang, not go back in time to see what happened before. That phrase does not mean anything. There was no time before the Big Bang. Time did not exist. The concept of before is impossible. There was no when. There was no duration, no moment, no sequence. There was also no space. A singularity is not a point in space. It is not a tiny marble of matter somewhere in the void. There is no void. There is no somewhere. A singularity is not located anywhere because location is a property of space, and space does not exist yet. Try to picture this. Your brain will fail. Everyone's brain fails at this point. We evolved to understand small-scale physics, throwing rocks, hunting animals, building shelter. Our brains are terrible at understanding quantum mechanics. Our brains are terrible at understanding what nothing actually means, when even emptiness requires space to be empty in. But the physics tells us something happened. 13.8 billion years ago. All of the energy and matter and information that would become the universe existed in a state we cannot describe. Not because we are not smart enough, not because we need better equipment, but because the laws of physics as we understand them do not apply in that state. Our best theories, quantum mechanics and general relativity, contradict each other in those conditions. They cannot both be true, and we do not yet have a better theory that works for both. We are standing at the edge of what we can know. Then the expansion began. In fractions of a second, the universe expanded faster than the speed of light. This is called cosmic inflation, and it happened faster than anything that has ever happened since. Space itself was doubling, tripling, becoming unimaginably large in time so small we have to use mathematical notation to write them. 10 to the minus 36 seconds. That is a decimal point followed by 35 zeros and then a 1. In that impossible moment, the universe became too large for us to ever see all of it. In the first second, the temperature dropped from infinity to 1 billion degrees. At 1 billion degrees, matter as we know it cannot exist. There are only fundamental particles and energy. As the universe continued to expand and cool, these particles began to stick together. They formed the first atoms, hydrogen and helium. These atoms were the seeds of everything that would come. In the first million years, gravity began pulling these atoms together. They clumped, they concentrated, they became dense. The first stars ignited when the universe was only a few million years old. Inside these first stars, chemistry happened. Hydrogen and helium collided and fused into heavier elements: carbon, oxygen, nitrogen. When these first stars died, they exploded. They spread these elements across space. The next generation of stars was born from this material. These stars created even heavier elements: iron, silicon, gold. Every atom of gold and every wedding ring on every finger of every human who has ever lived was created inside a dying star. You are made of stardust, not in a poetic sense. Literally, the calcium in your bones was forged in a star. The iron in your blood was forged in a star. When a star dies, it throws this material back into space. Dust clouds form. The dust clumps together. A new star forms, and new planets orbit it. This happened over and over. After 13.8 billion years of this cycle, here we are. You are a collection of star material arranged in a specific pattern. You are conscious. You can ask questions about where you came from. You can look at light that has been traveling for billions of years and understand what it means. You can know that you are made of elements that were cooked in the heart of a dying star. This is the most profound thing in the universe. Not that you are small. Not that the universe is large. Not that space is expanding and galaxies are being pulled away from each other forever. Those are facts, but they are not the point. The point is that the universe has made something that can understand itself. For the first 13.8 billion years, the universe was indifferent. Space expanded. Stars burned. Galaxies collided. Planets formed and were destroyed. None of it mattered. None of it knew about itself. The universe did not know it existed. And then, somewhere on a small planet orbiting an ordinary star in an ordinary galaxy, the universe became aware of itself. You are that awareness. This is not a reason to feel special. You are not chosen. You are not the purpose of the universe. The universe does not care about you. It is not conscious. It does not have desires or intentions. It simply is what it is. Matter and energy governed by mathematical laws. But something happened when you became conscious. The universe woke up. For just a moment, and 13.8 billion years is just a moment compared to what might come, the universe has been looking at itself. You will die. You know this. Everyone you love will die. Everyone they love will die. Our entire civilization will die. Our species will go extinct or transform into something else. The Earth will be consumed by the sun. The sun will burn out. The galaxies will drift so far apart that there will be no galaxies visible from any of them. They will be alone in the expanding void. Eventually, even the last stars will burn out. Even protons might decay. Even black holes will evaporate. The universe will return to silence. But for a moment that is unimaginably brief compared to eternity, the universe has been conscious. It has been aware of itself. It has looked at its own beginning and asked how it got here. You are that moment of awareness. When you die, that particular perspective will end, but new perspectives will begin. New brains will form. New ways of looking at the universe will emerge. For as long as matter can organize itself into consciousness, the universe will continue looking at itself. For as long as that continues, nothing will be truly meaningless. Lie in your bed again. Listen to your breathing. Feel the weight of the blanket. Feel your heart beating. That heart is made of atoms that have existed for billions of years. That blood has been recycled through ancient oceans. Those bones were particles in ancient stars. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. And in the silence of the dark, before you sleep, before you forget again that you are made of stars, and expanded space, and ancient light, sit with that truth for just a moment. The universe is looking at itself through your eyes. For now, that is enough.